Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak that's set to release on both the Nintendo Switch and on PC on June 30th. And today we got two brand new interesting things that we simply didn't necessarily have seen before. And that's the fact that basically through store listings, interestingly enough, these are not coming from Capcom, but instead they're coming from listings from stores. We got the first look of the official box art for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak in North America, and we also got an official look of the Steelbook that's going to become available whenever you decide to pick up the collector's edition for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Now there's a couple of ways for you to be able to get the Steelbook. We're going to go over that at the back end of the video, but first and foremost, I definitely want to talk about what I think most people are going to try to pick up if they pick up any sort of physical version of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. It's going to be the US version here in North America, and presumably the European version is going to be looking the same way as well. So now on the screen you should be able to see the box art for the North American version. We had seen the Japanese version originally. We thought that the Western one was going to be a little bit different. Remember that for Monster Hunter Rise, the North American and the Japanese one are a little bit different, and there's also the different variants for the deluxe edition as well. The one that came in the collector's edition as well, that was a different variant. Here we're now seeing that it's actually just going to be the same one. They're not even going to try to attempt to do anything sort of differently. Now, there's a couple of key takeaways here, something that I already spoke about in a separate video in the past, but if you didn't necessarily know, if you purchase Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, this specific physical version in stores, GameStop, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Amazon, you name it, if you pick this up, this is only going to have a cartridge inside it that contains Monster Hunter Rise. That's it. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, it is not part of the cartridge. For whatever reason, Capcom decided to make this a separate download. So basically there will be a code there in the box for you to go ahead and download this version of Sunbreak, but it is not going to be part of the actual cartridge for whatever reason. What does that mean? Well, it's going to take away space from your internal SD card or your internal Nintendo Switch memory or whatever you have, whatever your setup is going to take space. So, you know, for some reason, people on Switch keep making a huge deal out of SD space when they should, I think, probably just buy one, like 256 gigs. They're like $25 at this point. You should be fine with that, but, you know, it is what it is. Do be mindful of that. Another thing we also got confirmation of is through Amazon, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Don't worry about it. I'm not like partnered with them or anything, so I'm not getting money from this or whatever. If you do click the link and decide to buy it, but thanks to the store listing, we also know now that this is going to cost $70. This version of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak with the base version of Monster Hunter Rise is going to cost $70. That is, I think, ridiculous. And it is presumably the very first Nintendo Switch game that cost $70. I don't understand the reasoning for it. Monster Hunter Rise presumably has now been discounted now to $40. So Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak is going to cost $30. So their logic is $40 for Rise, $30 for Sunbreak equals $70. Instead of them just selling it for $60 with the understanding that Sunbreak is a downloadable code. And there's no actual value to the cartridge itself because it doesn't actually contain the second half of the game. I think that's like a bad decision on Capcom's side, but, you know, it is what it is. Do remember that you can still purchase all of this digitally. You can buy the base version of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. That is just going to include the expansion pack for $30. You can pick up the deluxe version of Sunbreak for $40, or you can decide to pick up Rise and Sunbreak together, which is also going to be $70 digitally as well. But for this specific physical package, $70 seems like a rather steep ask. We know that the collector's edition is $100, so that's also a steep ask, and that version doesn't even include the base version of Monster Hunter Rise. That just includes the deluxe edition of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which is $40. Then you get the Steelbook, a pin, and a couple of other things I forget, but ultimately it doesn't necessarily seem all that worth it. And this is coming from someone who's most likely going to buy one just because I'm a collector and I'm an idiot. But there you go. That is where we are right now. Now, moving over to the actual Steelbook, we do finally get a look at it officially from a store listing in Korea. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. I don't suggest you actually import it from Korea because it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not going to be in English. This is going to be available only in North America and in Europe in the collector's edition. Here in North America, it's only available through GameStop and I believe through game.uk in Europe or England or whatever, Great Britain. So that is where it's like exclusive to those stores and nowhere else. So not Amazon, not Best Buy, not anything. So if you want the Steelbook, you're only going to get it from the collector's edition, which is available in only one store. And here, when it comes to the collector's Steelbook, basically what we do get to see is that they're using the base art of Malzeno and the Hunter and basically the brand new Magnum Malo armor. And you also have Fiorane in the cover as well. Now, looking at the inside art of the actual Steelbook, this is the new stuff that we had not seen before. You get a closer look at the ruby and gold morphed wire bugs. This is pretty much the brand new endemic life forms that are going to help you kind of like deal with monsters a little bit better. I believe the ruby one gives you the boost whenever you pick it up. It gives you the boost to whenever you mount a monster and you do a finisher attack, you're going to do extra damage. If you pick up the gold one, whenever you tackle a monster and whenever you attack it, it's going to drop extra shinies. That means extra material. So you can choose either one you want to pick up. Whenever you're out on the field, you're going to be able to pick that up. Actually, in the most recent Citadel Secrets video that I put out just yesterday, I believe you should be able to see a ton of that as well. So check out that video, which I think is a really great video, where there's a ton of secrets there showcased with a bunch of brand new gameplay that we got. And you do get to see the ruby and the gold morphed wire bugs out on the field, exactly how you're going to be interacting with them out on the field. So that's definitely beneficial. So as of right now, we finally have a look at the box art for North America. Presumably, and Europe is going to be the same one, but with the Peggy box on the side, that big weird ugly colored thing on the side, but you're going to have that as well. And we now actually have a look at the Steelbook, which is something that a lot of people had asked me for when it was originally covered, that there was going to be a Steelbook for the collector's edition. And we now know at the very least officially that you're going to have the Morph Wire books inside it, inside the Citadel, purple glowing moon and all of that, exactly where Malzeno should be able to pop out there. And you're going to be ready to go in that regard. So we now, at the very least, have a closer look to that. We have not actually seen the pins or the stickers or anything like that just yet. We're hoping that they put out more details and more information on that so we can actually have screenshots of that as we get closer to the release, because, you know, we're almost like 2 months away at this point from this game launching. So, you know, the closer we get to that, more store listings pop up, more images begin to appear. Production is already well underway, so we should be able to see that as well. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.